Hi, this is Cindy
and Michael
from Part-Time Permies, and it is middle of October, and I'll show you what we still have in our garden that we need to pull. So, and what we are growing for the winter. So we pulled some apples. We went from 0 production last year to, what, 1/3 of a bushel? Of pretty much cider vinegar apples. Some might be edible, but
that was about all we had.
We have a couple more in the trees, but they're kind of high out of my reach, so I haven't gotten the ladder out. Yeah. But that's all within reach. So there's one up there that I'll have to grab a ladder for. That's a good chicken apple.
An ugly one. Oh,
yeah. So that's unbagged. Sunchokes are almost as big as that tree.
Which we're gonna leave alone.
Yeah, we'll leave them alone this year, and then pick them. Start harvesting next year when they start spreading. Okay, over here we had our extra tomato plants, which still look good, even though we supposedly had a frost. Got a bunch of green tomatoes on them. And try not to step on asparagus because that's in here too. There's one that's rotting on the vine down there. 2 that are rotting on the vine that could get to the chickens. Volunteer tomatillos. Pull those. And we have our hoops over our winter garden. We gotta clean out this bed. Look at our strawberries. They're going nuts. I was thinking about cleaning out this bed and then digging some of those plants that are outside the area that they're supposed to be and putting them in this bed. Maybe even putting a second, if I have a chance, I'll put a second frame on top and raise it up a little higher. This is yarrow. This yarrow went nuts. Yep. Not planted, volunteer. That's alright. Corn is well done. Got lots of other grains in here. Oh, look at these beans.
Beans took a little frost.
They took a little bit of frost, yeah. There's a lot of bean pods on here.
And we gotta get those.
So we gotta get, yeah, these are the big ones. You gotta start harvesting those. And still have flowers. The flowers even survived the frost, most of them. We got hot peppers and a lot of, we gotta pull all that, those ground cherries out. Our poor okra plant did not do well in the frost, but have a couple pods up top that we missed before vacation, before the conference. Some hot peppers turning red. I think we have about 5 or 6 types of hot peppers in here. And I don't know, I didn't plant that, but that looks a heck of a lot like the sunchokes in the middle of our garden.
Yeah, well, we composted some last year when we ate.
Yeah.
They were busy, but not bad.
Some more hot peppers growing. Our hugel bed needs a mulch layer. The mint is growing crazy. I want to pull some of that so it doesn't spread over the entire thing. Dry it out maybe for tea. Lavender is doing all right, but it has mint growing through it, so I gotta pull that. The garlic is starting to sprout, but it'll do fine over the winter. Die back and start again. This is our mustard greens gone to seed, and more mustard greens. A tomato plant that didn't do well in the frost, and lots of thyme. And yes, we have melon.
Cantaloupe. Not sure if that's going to amount to anything.
Yeah, I think the melon plants died back with that. There's some more little teeny tiny ones.
Didn't do that well this year.
No, they were just, I think it was a little late. There's another one over there I see on the ground. It's a different type.
Too small for much of anything.
Can you pickle them that small?
Probably.
Should we save them for pickles or no?
I don't have any time to do that.
Okay. Our tomatoes, peppers, flowers, everything bed. And the cosmos. Look how tall the cosmo is. It's like 8 feet tall. And hasn't flowered yet. We got lots of tomatoes to pull. The tomato vines are basically done, but the tomatoes on them we can pull. Lots of zinnias and peppers. These are our sweet peppers and herbs. Let's see, what didn't like the frost? The basil.
Basil's super sensitive to cold weather.
Yeah, the basil didn't like the frost. We didn't get that in time. We do have some tomatillos mixed in with it. All the tomatillos are volunteer. Amaranth, I can see seeds on them. So, we could feed that to the chickens, just cut the heads off.
Yep. Probably stick them in a brine or stick them in a bin. Yeah.
Yeah. Or just use them as evening snacks through the fall. And, hey, our borage is still doing well over here.
Yep.
That's cool. Okay, so we have a lot to pick.
Is this rabbit grass?
No,
No, it's
that is aster.
aster.
That's one of
The
the
white,
asters.
the white
many.
aster, which you had yet next to the rabbit grass. Yeah.
Yeah, he had it. Dale Patton had
On
it
the
next to
table
the rabbit
next to
grass.
it.
He also had a purple aster, which he said was much more medicinal than the white one. Got lots of this growing everywhere. This one actually looks different than this one. So there's a couple different types here, but they're all asters. We don't have a whole lot. We have some sprouting things in here, but this is our winter bed. And you can see some turnips. Oops. You can see some turnips starting to sprout, along with some plantain and other weeds, which are edible and medicinal. Let's see. We did put some carrots in here, but they take a long time to sprout, so they'll probably sprout in the spring, which is fine. Over here we have rows of arugula and radishes. See some things starting, some little starts down here. We're a little late on these. I believe it's spinach on the side, and then we have parsnips, but they'll be for spring. And then the green plants are all brassicas. So we have some Brussels sprouts that will keep going. So we do have some cabbage that got pretty devastated by cabbage worms. See if they bounce back at all with the hoops. We do have Brussels sprouts, which we've harvested Brussels sprouts in January in New York before, so I'll let them go under the hoops. This will be a problem where it's touching the plastic, because that'll frost out where it's touching. The rest of the plant should be fine. So, and we have all these sprouts starting in between all these brassicas, so we'll see what happens, see if we get some good stuff. This one?
I think these are the
Thai peanuts. So we got some. I'll go grab a basket. Try to just pull them off the plants and leave the plants behind for green manure.
Oh, there's a little poison ivy creeping up behind that.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a bigger poison ivy
Oh boy.
in there. I know there's some over there.
so what else did you pick?
Picked a bunch of beans, picked a whole lot of ground cherries, about half a bushel of peppers, hot peppers, a few sweet peppers.
I got about a
A
quarter.
few herbs.
Yeah, I got a good amount of potatoes. You got tomatoes. You got eggplant
Get 3 eggplant, small ones.
and apples and peanuts and anything else.
We
Oh
picked
my
one
gosh.
sunchoke.
Sunchoke,
left
right.
The rest.
Right, the one that mysteriously gotten into our
Don't know why
garden.
it's there. Yep.
So we have a pretty big harvest, I would say, at this point. We probably still have some beans out there and tomatillos that we'll have to double check, but it got dark, so
I get 2.5 bushels of product.
yeah. So that was pretty awesome. So for October and being a little late pulling things, I'd say it was fine anyway.
That's the right time to pull stuff.
Yeah. So we'll see you with the next video. Thanks for watching October Garden Update.